Good evening, everyone. Good evening, founding Duke-NUS Governing Board Chair, Mr. Tony Chu, Professor Thomas Kaufman, Dean of Duke-NUS, Master Academic Clinicians and senior leaders from the SingHealth Duke-NUS Academic Medical Center, distinguished guests, class of 2026, family and friends. Welcome to the Duke-NUS White Coat Ceremony for our 16th MD class. I'm Dr. Suzanne Goh, the Associate Dean of Student Affairs, and I'm excited and honored to be your Master of Ceremonies for today. The White Coat Ceremony is a very special occasion and marks the students' entry into our noble profession. Before we commence, here are some housekeeping rules. We respectfully ask that you keep your mobile phones on silent mode throughout the event. I would like to inform you that this session is being recorded and live streamed on Facebook. We may also use the footage and images in the school's digital and print publications. When we recite the Hippocratic Oath later, we welcome all doctors present to please rise and join the class and faculty to recite the oath together. Thank you for your kind cooperation and participation in making this a wonderful celebration. Our program this evening starts with the welcome address from the Dean of Duke-NUS Medical School, Professor Thomas Kaufman, and continues with the presentation of white coats by Dean Kaufman and Vice Dean of Education, Professor Ian Curran. We are pleased to have alumnus Dr. Mark Goh from the class of 2021 with us to introduce the new class of 2026 as they don their white coats later. Professor Curran will then lead the students and clinicians in the collective recitation of the Hippocratic Oath. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to invite Dean Thomas Kaufman to share with us the welcome address. Dean Kaufman.
Well, thank you. Good evening. It is evening now, I guess. So good evening, everybody. Founding Duke-NUS Governing Board, Mr. Tony Chu, our master academic clinicians and senior leaders from across our AMC, distinguished guests and colleagues. And of course, a very special welcome to the Duke-NUS class of 2026, their families, loved ones, and friends. I was struck, this really is the 16th class, Suzanne. Amazing. We're getting older, but it's great, and really happy to have you all here. This is always an exciting occasion where we welcome the incoming class, and not just as first-year students of Duke-NUS, but as future colleagues in the medical profession. And we recite the Hippocratic Oath together. The class of 2026 comes from different backgrounds with very diverse academic and life experiences, but today you're all on the same starting line, united by your passion to improve the lives of patients who will entrust their health and well-being to you. Now, this is not a responsibility to be taken lightly, but rather can only be earned with dedication, commitment, years of hard work and training, and observing and learning from your mentors. And some of those are here with you today to participate in this ceremony. And tonight you will accept this great responsibility by reciting the Hippocratic Oath and promising to uphold its tenets throughout your careers. I'm very pleased that we can do this in person today for the first time in a while. The last 2 years we did it virtually. Our education staff was very creative in trying to figure out how to put on a white coat online. Not so good. So very happy that we can do it the old-fashioned way tonight and actually come up and Ian and I will give you your coats. But this white coat, it's a very powerful symbol. The doctor's uniform. It provides a sense of identity to those of us who wear it and also to the patients and families that we interact with. But most importantly, this coat marks the wearer's commitment to helping those in need with the power to cure sometimes, relieve often, and comfort always. I remember the first time I put on a white coat as a medical student, which was a very long time ago. And yes, we did have white coats back then. But it was exciting, but also a bit daunting. I wondered whether I could ever live up to the sort of lofty ideals that are symbolized by this relatively simple garment. But over the years, I became comfortable and more confident in my uniform and quotes, and I feel certain the same will be true for you, and especially because you have chosen to attend an outstanding medical school where you can learn medicine in a world-class academic medical center from brilliant and nurturing clinician teachers, some of whom are here present tonight. So I'd also like to take this opportunity to give my warmest greetings and congratulations to the families, loved ones, and friends of the class of 2026. And can we give them a big hand of applause? Yeah. I guess, you're here in the auditorium tonight. Can you raise your hand if you're a family, friend, or loved one? There, okay. They gave you the good seats upstairs, I see. Thank you for joining us and being here today. I know you're very proud of this extraordinary group of young people. And indeed, the class of 2026 is a remarkable group. They're academically accomplished. They've earned their degrees from the world's best universities. But they also bring with them maturity and diverse backgrounds and life experiences that will enrich our medical community. These are the qualities that distinguish Duke-NUS medical students and make our school a unique institution. So on behalf of Duke-NUS, let me say thank you to families and loved ones for nurturing and supporting these remarkable medical students and for helping them arrive at this exciting stage in their lives. The next 4 years will be exhilarating, also challenging, but I know they're up to the task. And I also know that they will still continue to need your love and support. So now let me address the class of 2026, which I think is in here, right? Can you raise your hand? Class of 2026, so we can all see you. I guess we should give them a round of applause too. You've survived so far. How long has it been? A couple of weeks? A month? Okay. You still look good. Undaunted. But you're entering medicine at a historic time with the waning of the worst global pandemic in more than a century. And today represents, as Suzanne said, it represents an important step into the profession you've chosen. This ceremony really focuses on the essence of your future life as a doctor, your ethical commitment to patients above all else, as articulated in the Hippocratic Oath. And this oath has been taken by countless generations of doctors to affirm their dedication to the principles that are the foundation of our profession. Hippocrates' writings steered the medical community at the time away from references to mythological and supernatural phenomena, guiding healers to rationally analyze symptoms before making a diagnosis. But what's even more remarkable about his writings is that the abiding ethical principles that he articulated remain highly relevant to the practice of medicine today, more than 2,000 years later, which is really something. So while this oath has gone through many iterations over the years, one thing has remained unchanged. It reminds us of our ethical commitment to our patients and our promise to uphold the highest level of professionalism, even when we're not wearing our white coats. It also serves as a poignant reminder for us to listen carefully to our patients, to show them empathy, and to put their interests above all else. I must say that as many times as I've done it, I still get kind of choked up when I say the oath, and because it really highlights our connection to the proud history of our profession, to all the outstanding role models that have gone before us and made us who we are, and this spanning many centuries. So in a few moments, you will actually don your white coats, and with that simple act, you will assume and acknowledge the special roles and obligations that define your new profession. You'll also be called upon to stand and recite the Hippocratic Oath with medical doctors from across the school and the academic medical center. In the same way, we will walk beside you the next 4 years as you develop and grow into the outstanding clinicians we know you can become. So congratulations, welcome once again, and enjoy the evening. And you'll have a new fashion accessory by the end of the night. Thanks.
Thank you, Dean. Before we move on to the presentation of the white coats, I'm honored to invite Associate Professor Ong Biao Chi, Group Chief Risk Officer for Sing Health, to share her congratulatory message for the class. Professor Ong is a senior consultant anesthesiologist in Sengkang General Hospital and a highly awarded and celebrated clinician leader, and one of our very own college masters. Professor Ong, please.
A very good evening to all of you, and it is my privilege and pleasure to represent Sing Health to welcome all of you on your white coat ceremony. Founding Chair, Mr. Tony Chu, Dean, Vice Dean, a very good evening to family members and all of you up there as well. I think I must have met some of you during your interviews and also during our college meeting. So far, we have been on Zoom, and some of you have had the opportunity to meet face-to-face. But it's really, really a pleasure to see all of you here face-to-face after 2 years of Zooming around. I think before COVID, none of us knew what Zoom was about, but today is like, a way of life. And personally, I'm somebody who has come through SARS, and we thought during SARS that would be our last experience with a pandemic. But who would know that COVID would be an even greater experience for all of us? And as much as I welcome all of you into the healthcare fraternity, I think we all have to acknowledge that with COVID, it's going to be a challenge and is going to be something that all of us have to learn to live with and to learn how to conduct ourselves in the face of a pandemic. And certainly, all of you have come into the fraternity at a challenging time. And even though I can't see most of your faces, in fact, I can't see anybody's face actually, but through your eyes, I can see how much pride and joy you have in your hearts. And of course, even for your parents and your loved ones. I would also like to say, let's give all your loved ones a great round of applause, right? Because you will all need their support. And I want to also say to the family members and to the loved ones that if you suddenly find your sons, your daughters, your wives, your husbands, or your loved ones disappearing into the nights, okay, please remember that you were here with them. You gave them their pledge that you will support them. And please rest assured that they're doing something really worthwhile, okay? But also, I have to say, they will need your support at times. They will need your guidance. They will need you to also remind them to keep themselves well, right? Sometimes we do go too far into doing our best, right? But certainly, you are going to be the people who are going to keep them sane, who are going to keep them well, and who are going to keep them able to give their best to all the other people and their patients, right? So a special thank you for all of you who are here. And I have to say that Sing Health, with all our professionals, are going to be your support, your guiding angels. Some of us are truly guiding angels. Some of us are naggy aunties, okay? And I know some of the alumnus here will know, oh no, they are naggy aunties. But we're always here for you, always here to support you, and I hope that we are your role models as well. You will have a lot of opportunities, not only in your school, to learn knowledge, but you will have a lot of clinical opportunities, right? Once you finish your knowledge base, to see patients, to walk beside your colleagues, to walk beside your teachers. So all of us are here to support you, and all of us are here for you and for your learning, right? With that, I just want to welcome you, and you have just started on your journey. And this journey is going to be long, but it's going to be worthwhile. Every day is going to be a different day, right? And every year will be an even more rewarding year than the year before. So we welcome you, and we hope that you will remember this day and every single step from here. I think all of us remember our first day. No, we didn't have a white coat ceremony so many years ago, but I do remember my first day in med school. The challenges, the pride, and the joy of being here, right? I shall not tell you how many years ago. But welcome, and we hope that you will return to the community, especially for those of you all of you have a basic degree that is going to contribute, right, to the healthcare fraternity and to improving things once you start practicing. The engineers, the basic sciences, even the finance, the lawyers among you, many of the alumnus have really contributed because you bring a special value to the healthcare system. And we hope that you will contribute, you will continue to contribute, not just in doing medicine, but in improving the condition of medicine, improving care to all our patients, and of course, that you will show empathy to patients and you will relate to all your patients and to each other as well. So please do take care of each other, take care of your patients, and please enjoy the journey. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Professor Ong, for your inspiring and wise words. The White Coat ceremony is a very special occasion. It marks the formal start of our students' long and challenging journey to become doctors. A journey which, upon graduation, culminates with their entry into the noblest of professions, the medical profession. As the Dean and Prof. Ong have mentioned, we are in exceptional times and still facing an extraordinary global challenge. It is at times such as this that the true value, dedication, and sacrifice of the medical profession is evident for all to see. The white coat is a talismanic emblem of the medical profession, and it is with great pride that we present our incoming class with their first white coats. To introduce the class of 2026, I'm pleased to invite our alumnus, Dr. Mark Goh, to also share a few words of encouragement. Dr. Goh, please.
Dear esteemed guests and class of 2026, I'm Mark Goh, alumnus from the class of 2021. First of all, congratulations to all of you for making it into medical school. Your medical journey will be intense, but enjoyable. The going will be tough, with many challenges and uncertainties. However, bear in mind that you are the selected, who have passed through the tough admissions process, and you have the potential and are equipped with the abilities to overcome whatever difficulties you will face. If you require a helping hand or support, please reach out to our faculty, college masters, seniors, alumni, and staff. We are all here for you, and we want to support every one of you. So brace yourself mentally and physically as you join your batchmates on the climb. There will be precious friendships forged, and you will discover strength in yourself that you may not know you even possess. Now, it is my honor to present the class of 2026. May I now invite Dean Kaufman and Vice Dean Ian Curran to come on stage and present the white coats. Deans, please. Ang Jin Yuan, Andre. Sean Asahara Teo. Ao Zijie Vanessa. Ke Tao. Chan Kailin, Xavier Chan. Chan Yanzi, Ashlyn Chen Jiayuan. Michael Hao Chen, Oscar Yuan Han Chen, Chen Yingjie, Lincoln Chen Ziping, Chia Pei Yin, Chin Zeheng Benedict, Jasper Chua Ti Lung, Chua Kai En Ruben, Dakshanya Aditi Dinagaran, Go Wei Rui, Nadia binti Muhammad Hamza, Ho Mingjie, Ho Yi Ting Rachel, Nur Sarah binti Ibrahim, Deborah Jasmine, Jiang Qianfeng, Ko Ting Rui Daryl, Li Ling Kung, Li Ruoxuan, Liu Yuming Royston, Bianche Lim Yilei, Lim Jiajing Samuel, Liu Jiarui, Liu Yaochen, Amanda Lo Chuan Yi, Sherry Lo Ziqing, Lo Ziji, Luo Xiaoran, Malavarapu Kitana, Tanya Santosh Nair. Nguyen Ba Lok, Ong Tzu Lin Jolin. Park Seong Jin, Devanshi Patidar. Mukul Prasad, Kwek Tan Hong Sheriff. Suzanne K. Rocknathan, Eldred Seng Hui Yong. So Han Qiang Rico, Ann Tan Jingwen. Jonathan Tan Zihan, Kenisha Tanadia Adrian Tan. Tan Yue Ting Nicole, Tan Run Jin Josiah. Tan Hui Ying Renee, Gideon Tay Min Wen. Tiêu Wei Lung, Tam Kui Wan. Tô Jia Ning Alyssa, Dong Hao Tian. Nathaniel Tu Shenghua, Sing Wei Wen Rachel Marjorie. Wang Yiteng, Wee Sunan. Tain Sandy Winan, Wong Shuan Ronald. Wu Tingyi, Yan Biaoguo. Danielle Grace Yap, Yap Roy Singh Jacqueline. Charles Yao Rong Zhang, Ho Ming Justin Yung. Sahad Zahir, Yiqiu Zhang. Congratulations, class of 2026. Congratulations to what you have achieved. And we look forward to what you will go on to accomplish. It is a great honor and privilege to be able to join the medical profession. And do take the time to celebrate and enjoy with your loved ones before you embark on this next chapter of your lives. And I look forward to welcoming you as my colleague in a few short years. A warm welcome to Duke-NUS.
Thank you, Deans and Dr. Goh. And that concludes the introduction of the class of 2026. Before we proceed to the next highlight, we would like to screen a short video of our students sharing their hopes and aspirations for being a doctor.
I will be loyal to the profession of medicine. That I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor.
That into whatsoever home I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well, to the utmost of my power.
I will hold myself aloof from wrong and from corruption.
That I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and prevention of disease.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. Before joining Duke-NUS, I was a machine learning consultant for a US-based digital therapeutics startup. I studied computer engineering and business for my undergraduate degree.
Hi, I'm Andre, and I came from an engineering and business background.
Hi, I'm Nadia. Before Duke-NUS, I was specializing in biomedical sciences.
Hi, I'm Dakshanya. Previously, I was doing a PhD. I was studying the use of chatbots in healthcare in the Department of Evidence-Based Medicine.
During my exchange at Northwestern University, I collaborated with medical students to work on a project related to reducing patient non-compliance to medical treatments. This inspired me to pursue a final year project that used machine learning to analyze EEG to classify anxiety among adolescents.
And for me, it really started as a childhood dream where I watched a documentary, and from there, I was really inspired by the acts of sacrifice that were demonstrated by the doctors who place their patients before themselves.
The white coat ceremony to me represents a rite of initiation into medicine. It is the first step in the journey of being a physician. It also symbolizes my commitment to excellence in the pursuit of medicine.
The white coat ceremony signifies the entry of first-year medical students into the medical profession. We're all very excited and collectively very enthusiastic to begin our training, hone our clinical skills, and become better medical students every day.
I believe technology can push the boundaries of medicine. These are exciting times to be a doctor, with new technologies being innovated that each potentially bring a quantum leap to patient outcomes.
Duke-NUS nurtures Clinicians Plus. This allows me to utilize the skills and knowledge that I've attained in my undergraduate studies. This also gives me the chance to employ my experience in both technology and management and complement them with my medical education in an MD program.
I want to be able to provide help and medical support to those in the local and international communities who truly need it but are unable to reach it due to financial or some other reasons.
It means making sacrifices for the sake of improving the lives of our patients, and this makes it all worthwhile. The journey to becoming a doctor and maturing as one will undoubtedly be an arduous one. Having the faith that there may be positive outcomes with our patients means a lot to me.
Over the next few years, I hope that we can all work towards being more optimistic, collaborative, and ambitious in our medical and academic endeavours.
Never forget the reason why we wanted to study medicine in the first place, and let's work hard in the coming years to do the best we can.
To my fellow classmates, I look forward to get to know every one of you better over the next few years, not just in Duke-NUS, but also as future colleagues.
To the class of 2026, the past month has been amazing, and it's been great knowing every single one of you. The journey ahead will be tough, but I believe together we can make it.
An inspiring message from our students. We look forward to much more from you guys. I would now like to invite Professor Curran to introduce and lead the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath. Professor Curran, please.
Thank you, Dr. Go. The next part of our white coat ceremony is a very significant and solemn moment for all physicians and medical students. As you all know, and as society expects, doctors are held to the very highest standards of ethical practice, professional values, and personal conduct. As our medical students will also be part of Sing Health healthcare teams, they will be interacting with and contributing to the care of patients. So we believe strongly that they must all embody and live by the same high ideals and standards, even before they qualify as doctors. It is important to lay strong foundations and to build good habits whilst they're at medical school. The Hippocratic Oath formalizes these responsibilities, and by reciting the Hippocratic Oath, each individual student pledges to uphold the highest standards of personal and professional conduct. This evening, I will lead the class of 2026 in reciting the Hippocratic Oath, together with clinical colleagues from across Sing Health healthcare system, to mark their formal entry into Duke-NUS Medical School. I now invite the class of 2026 and all our guests to reflect on the significance and relevance of the Hippocratic Oath to the medical profession. An ancient oath attributed to Hippocrates, a Greek physician from the 4th century BC, considered by many to be the father of medicine. The Hippocratic Oath, as Dean mentioned earlier, sets out a set of principles and values, an ancient code of medical ethics by which a clinician should practice medicine. Although written nearly 2,500 years ago, the oath is as relevant today as it ever was and provides all physicians with sound guidance as to how they should practice medicine solely for the benefit of their patients. This evening, the class of 2026 will recite the oath. Through their individual and collective public declaration of the oath, they affirm their acceptance of their personal responsibilities as medical students as they begin their long apprenticeship to becoming trusted clinicians. We traditionally and symbolically gather to recite the Hippocratic Oath at two key moments in our students' journey. The first today at this white coat ceremony, which marks the beginning of their Doctor of Medicine programme, and in due course we will all gather at their graduation, signalling the end of their basic medical education, and collectively reaffirm the Hippocratic Oath to mark their formal entry into the medical profession. The oath lays out the professional values and personal responsibilities that our medical students all agree to uphold in their future care and interactions with their patients. Students, by taking this oath, you will bond with your fellow students, your forebears, and your senior clinical colleagues, who will become in coming years your teachers, your guides, and your mentors. At this solemn moment, I would also like to invite clinical colleagues here present who would also like to retake the Hippocratic Oath to join me and the class of 2026 in reciting the Hippocratic Oath. Class of 2026 and fellow physicians, please be upstanding for the recital of the Hippocratic Oath. I will lead the oath and invite you all to recite collectively each line after me. I do solemnly swear, by whatever I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honour, that into whatsoever home I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well, to the utmost of my power, and that I will hold myself aloof from wrong and from corruption, and from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and the prevention of disease, and will give no drugs and perform no operation for a criminal purpose, and far less suggest such a thing, that whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of men, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, if I shall be forsworn. Thank you, everyone. It's always incredibly moving to be part of this shared pledge to maintain the highest professional standards in the medical profession. Class of 2026, congratulations, and may I add my own personal welcome to Duke-NUS Medical School.
Thank you, Professor Curran. Congratulations, class of 2026. Welcome to the medical fraternity and to our community of learning and practice. We are glad and excited to have each one of you as a part of our Duke-NUS family. We will support and encourage you along your journey to become doctors, and I'm confident you will flourish and excel with us. Before we close the ceremony with a commemorative group photograph at the atrium, we would like to share a special montage celebrating all the amazing families supporting our students. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, a warm round of applause. So ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, on behalf of Duke-NUS, thank you for taking the time to be with us today. We hope you enjoyed today's Duke-NUS White Coat ceremony. We have one last task to complete. May I invite our leadership from Duke-NUS and Sing Health, faculty, and the class to follow our ushers to the atrium for the commemorative group photograph. I respectfully ask all other guests to remain in your seats to allow for our group to proceed for the group photo first. Our ushers will invite you to join us in the atrium shortly. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening ahead.